Welcome our viewers. I am your host Bishop Lanya, and this is our program on health and lifestyle. We realize in our daily living we have problems. We engage in problems, ourselves have problems, and today you may even learn I have problems because of the person that I'm having in studio today. But I get to know that through this program you'll get enough help in our daily living and in relation to our lifestyle. Everyone wants to look good. Everyone wants to dress smart and go out there, You dress for others, not for yourself. But at least, I think at least when we get to eat, everyone eats for himself. But dressing, we dress for others. And we'll be handling such and many more topics under this program, health and lifestyle. And I'll be engaging many specialists from different fields. At times we will be going to the field so that we get you acquainted with information on what affects you, when, where, how, and why. Today in studio I'm having this lady. She looks pretty. From Moi University. She'll tell us much about Moi University and what she's doing there. But what I know that is she's studying speech and language pathology. I want to introduce you, madam. Welcome. Tell the viewers something.
My name is Dorothy Minage. I'm a master's student from Moi University. I'm studying speech and language pathology.
Yes.
And I'm just doing an awareness program.
Oh, yeah.
About speech and language pathology. You find out, sometimes you go outside there and you tell someone that I'm studying speech and language pathology. And they don't know what that is.
I was wondering, when I met you,
yes.
I was wondering, why should you go and study about speech? Yet all of us have gone through school. Yeah. All of us went through the preschool, primary, and some of us were even beaten out of culprit almost every week.
So,
on language, carrying discs. So try to elaborate. Why speech and language pathology?
Speech and language pathology is not necessarily what you think about.
Yes.
It's not necessarily being a language police or teaching people how to speak. No.
Mm-hmm.
These are disorders that occur and they affect the brain and the articulators, how you speak.
Come on, hold on. She said it's not teaching people how to speak.
It's
not necessarily teaching people, but you are handling some disorders that result from the brain.
Yes.
And I know our viewers, you're going to enjoy this program. I'm already enjoying it. I almost got carried away. But now, tell us now. Are you going to define this or tell us what it is? In a few words.
You'll see that it is a speech and language pathology.
Yes.
So, in that phrase, there are two terms, speech and language.
Yes.
Which are two different terms. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, I'll start with language. Language are disorders.
Yes.
That are results due to an affected brain. There is an area in the brain that specifically handles language. Mm-hmm. So if that area is affected, you're not able to understand. If I talk to you, you don't understand. Mm-hmm. You're not organized and express yourself to other people. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So these are disorder.
Yeah, that's a disorder. Mm-hmm. And it especially occurs in people who have a stroke, and it resulted into aphasia. Mm-hmm. Yes.
You get to some communities and it's like stroke is associated with witchcraft. So I'm just getting to learn from you that it's an effect that results from the brain disorders.
Not really.
Yes.
A stroke can cause a brain disorder.
Yes.
Because of aphasia.
Wow.
Yes.
Now you began with language. Now tell us about speech.
I'll move to speech.
Yes.
Speech is about how you articulate things. Mm-hmm. And that articulation can have a problem. For example, you have a problem in your oral structure. For example, you have a cleft lip. or your dental formula is not okay, the production of sounds will be affected. Yes, for example, you have a tongue tie. Do you know what a tongue tie is?
Please elaborate.
A tongue tie, can I open my mouth? A tongue tie is when this muscle here.
Oh, this part.
Yeah, this part. It's shorter. For some people, it's shorter. They cannot articulate some sounds, so they have to go for surgery.
Wow.
Yes.
So if it is short, it means someone will suffer a disorder.
Okay, they cannot produce some sounds. They're called lateral sounds.
Yes, yes.
For example, when you produce a la,
La.
your tongue.
La. It should be able to touch the upper part of the mouth.
Yes, it is called
La. It's called
la, the alveolar ridge.
La.
Alveolar ridge.
Some of those terms, my friend. I hope you are getting something, our viewers. Well, we get to move on. Now, when it comes to this speech and language pathology, are there pathologists in Kenya in the first place? Are there pathologists in Kenya?
There are, but very few. The qualified ones are very few.
Like how many, if you were to...
There are no more than 15.
Not more than 15?
Yes.
These are pioneer course.
Yes.
You people are pioneering this course in Kenya.
Yes.
Do really people are people enlightened with this information? Because I'm tending to realize that 15 people cannot serve the whole of Kenya. Now, when was this course brought into the system, education system?
It was last year.
Last year, 2015.
Yes.
That's when it began.
Yes.
So there hasn't been even an undergraduate course.
No.
Wow, wow. So it takes how long, the course?
It's for masters. It's 2 years.
It's 2 years.
Yes.
The normal master's class.
Yes. But it's very intense, huh?
Very intense.
Yes.
Now, you said that these guys are found in Kenya, your colleagues,
Yes.
your colleagues to be, because you are headed there.
Yes.
Your colleagues to be are there. Now, where are they found? Where are they found?
Mostly they're found in Nairobi. Yes. But there are centers, huh? Like in Nairobi, there is like a Khan. There is a Nairobi hospital. You can go to Gertrude's. Yes. And there is a Yellow House. Charity Center.
That's in Nairobi?
No. The services are found in Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Referral Hospital. It's famously known as Russia Hospital.
That's the Yellow House.
Okay, they offer their services in Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Hospital. Then there is, if you go to Vihiga, there is Mbale Hospital. Yes. And there are also education and assessment resource centers in Kisumu, Kakamega, and Mumias. You can find our services there. Yes.
So, generally, tell me, where are you supposed to be working? The centers that you're supposed to be working, or the environment? Because I know this is a national disaster, but it's only that we have not discovered. Because I'm afraid you could even be trying to identify that I'm one of your clients. But don't disclose to the viewers, you'll disclose to me in camera. Now, what are these working stations? Where are these working stations, or where are you supposed to be working?
Let me say charity begins at home.
Yes.
So maybe you're working and you encounter someone. So you start offering services from a home setting. And you can find speech and language pathologists in hospitals, education centers, rehabilitation centers. And someone will be wondering what a speech and language pathologist will be doing in a rehabilitation center. You'll find someone maybe who's an alcoholic.
Yes.
And smokes a lot. The vocal cords are damaged. So that's where a speech and language pathologist comes in.
Vocals can be damaged.
Yes, they can
under
be paralyzed.
the influence of alcohol.
Yes.
And so it can cause a disorder in relation to your course.
You know, there is a capacity every human has.
Yes.
That you're able to produce sounds in a given pitch. So smoking and vocal cords don't like smoke. So smoke causes problems to the vocal cords.
Wow, I don't want to relate it to more other medical conditions,
Yes.
but now to just measure into what you are talking about, tell us, why early childhood?
Why early childhood? You'll find that a speech and language pathologist, sometimes you're in a hospital setting, and a child is born, and the APGA score is very low. So you have to find out what's the problem with that child as a speech and language pathologist. And some people are born with Down syndrome, autism.
What's autism?
Autism is a neurological disorder. It's also known as a developmental disorder, which is characterized by behavioral disorders, communication disorders. One does not know how to socialize with others. They don't know how to form rapport.
So some of these children that are unable to talk,
Yes.
it means they were neglected at early childhood. When you know, because you say these disorders can be discovered at birth, or in the early stages of a child.
Yes.
Wow. Generally, I'm tending to believe that now how can you come in to help these children who are born and the parents never realize that they have a disorder or there's something that is going to affect them later in their lives? Is there a remedy? Maybe they're in their adolescent stage, teenagers.
Okay, let me just say first, a parent has to monitor their child. Because a child has to go through certain milestones. For example, if your child is 2 years old and is still crawling, there's something wrong. If, okay, you know how the teeth appear. If teeth don't appear at a certain age, that's an issue. So a parent has to monitor their child. And number two, it depends on the disorder.
Well, you know, you're mentioning deep things, like delay of protruding of teeth
Yes.
out of a child is a disorder.
It cannot necessarily be a disorder, but it's a sign that something is wrong somewhere. Because at a certain age, let's say that by age 3, your child is not walking. There's
a problem.
Or your child starts talking and all of a sudden speech disappears. So you don't assume such small details as a parent. Yes.
Well, and how about these children who, like, you know, they prolong that time of, you know, through the stages of life. Like a child has to begin speaking at a given age, and it's like they have prolonged. Now, what is normally the cause of that?
Okay, let me say disorders vary, and unless you go for an assessment as a parent, you cannot know what's wrong with the child. So the best thing, if you see these symptoms in your child, these signs, seek for help. It's an alarm. Yes.
Well, we're going to have a short break, but I want to let you know that stay tuned in as I continue to engage this lady over here. You realize you're learning a lot. Keep on posting your questions, comments, and compliments on the number of the screen, and we'll be able to attend to you effectively. As we go for the break, maybe when we come back, we'll talk about the disorders now, how we can the remedies of some of these disorders. Maybe we can do a case or two. Will that be okay? Stay tuned in.
Hello, my name is Lucas Mugimungai, a second-year university graduate of Rongo University College, pursuing Bachelor of Arts in Linguistics, Media and Communication. I'm one of those people who used to think, until now, that the media contains job opportunities for cameramen, news anchors, and editors. But now, my perception has really changed. I've learned that the media is so wide, it's a whole world in itself. For these 2 months that I've been here, I've been doing corporate communication consultancy. Basically, what this means is that we bring out an affirmative image of the client. This attachment period has really helped me to sharpen my field skills, including photography, videography, and editing. I now take this opportunity to thank the Media Mashariki fraternity, including Zamira Harap and my colleagues, for making this attachment period the success that it has been. I thank also the Rongo University College administration for giving me this chance to see what the outside world looks like. Thank you.
Welcome back, our viewers. Maybe just tuned in. This is your program on health and lifestyle, and we're trying to look at what are some of these problems that we encounter in our day-to-day living. Initially, I said most of the time we dress for other people to see, but it's only when it comes to eating that everyone is for himself. So in this case, we are trying to relate about our health issues and our lifestyle. And with me in studio is Dorothy. Dorothy is a master's student in Moi University doing speech and language pathology. Well, and she had told us what speech and language pathology is. But can you tell us maybe what are the kind of people that you are handling? The kind of people that you are handling or you're supposed to handle?
Okay, maybe someone who's just tuning in.
Yes.
I'll start by saying that a speech and language pathologist is someone who handles speech and language disorders.
Yes.
And it starts from prevention, assessment.
Yes.
Then you carry a diagnosis, and you come up with interventions for these people. And we say that speech problems occur when the variations, maybe in the oral cavity, it's not properly formed. Number two, your speech is not fluent, like the stutterers. That is a speech problem.
Yes.
And number three, when the phonation of sounds is not okay, it's also a speech problem. Yes. And another kind of problem handled by a speech and language pathologist is the swallowing problem.
Yes.
If someone has difficulties with swallowing, difficulties with manipulating the tongue in the mouth, that is the work of a speech and language pathologist. Yes.
Well, you have mentioned something to do with the speech, fluency, the voice, vocals,
Yeah, vocal cords.
resonance. Do you, in your position, are you a consultant? You only advise, or you also engage in solving the problem, as in, what do you advise?
For a speech and language pathologist.
Yes, now for your clients. For instance, someone has come with an issue with the voice. Do you advise doctors what to do, the operation to carry out?
Yes, it depends on the situation. For example, someone has a problem with the nerve. Let me take an example of a facial nerve. A facial nerve is the one that helps you to make facial expressions. So when it's damaged, the one side of the face would be like it's paralyzed.
Well, expressions, when you talk of the facial expressions, like maybe if
You're
I
able
want
to
to
smile, you're able to frown. Yes.
And many others.
So if there is a lesion on the facial nerve, one side of the face may be paralyzed. Yes? So this person will not be able to make some sounds. For example, if you want to make a sound like ba, ba,
Ba, ba,
you see that the lips close tightly.
ba.
But when there is a paralysis, air tends to escape from the weaker side.
B, b, b.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, for example, if there is an issue with the nerves, you carry out your part as a speech and language pathologist, and sometimes you refer to a neurologist. For example, if someone has problem with the teeth, you carry out your part as a speech and language pathologist, and you refer to the dentist.
As in a problem with the teeth, how?
The dental fimula might not be okay.
Or like these teeth that others protrude from this side, the arrangement is not well.
Yes, and that can affect speech. So, it is the work of the dentist first. Then you, as a speech and language pathologist, you come in. And sometimes you, as a speech and language pathologist, like surgeries, the speech and language problems that are rectified by surgeries, like we talked about a tongue tie, we don't carry out surgeries. It's the work of a surgeon. Yes.
You only advise. You
Yes.
As in you are in a position of a consultant.
Yeah, we only advise the patient and refer.
There are this kind of children or people who, like, the tongue is heavy, they can't really pronounce words well, or they struggle with is there a solution for them? I'm just trying to, these are the problems that we encounter in our homes.
Okay, a layman will say that the tongue is big, but literally the tongue is not big. Yes? It is a problem with the muscles holding the tongue. So they're not that firm. So, there's a remedy. One can go for surgery. Or there are remedies like you take someone through processes like someone can learn to hold the tongue in position, but it will take time. There are processes that you take a patient through to hold the muscles firm. Yes.
So the remedies where even this person can undergo surgery.
Yeah, like the cleft lip and the cleft palate.
Wow.
Yes.
As someone becomes good, they look good, they can pronounce well. How about these guys who don't like
That's the problem with the vocal cords. They're straining their voice. And you need to go for a checkup of your vocal cords to find out what's the problem. Are they paralyzed or what is it?
There are possibilities those cords can be paralyzed.
Yeah, there's so many problems. Some can have ulcers. There's also of the vocal cords, so you need to check and find out what's the problem.
So in such a case, like for instance, maybe they are paralyzed, are they replaceable?
They're not replaceable. No, you cannot replace vocal cords.
I'm really curious to know the remedy of this thing. Can that person really talk again?
The person talks.
Yes. The only problem is that the vocals are not coming out clear. It's like
Okay, the person talks, but let me say that the pitch, is not okay. The phonation is not okay. Yes. So there are different exercises for this person to help this person talk okay. Yes.
There are people who have come up with myths. And some will talk about witchcraft or, hereditary. Is it true? Like maybe you get children who are unable to talk. Maybe they have a heavy tongue. That's a layman's language. You already say that it's not a heavy tongue. It's straining muscles. The muscles that hold the tongue.
They're not really firm.
They're not really firm. They're
So the
loose.
tongue. Yeah.
So there is nothing like hereditary or a curse here.
They are hereditary problems. Yes. That's why
They can be passed on.
Yes, you can acquire them from the genes. Yes, of your parents. And others, they can be acquired maybe during childhood or adulthood.
How?
For example, through accidents. Sometimes you're walking and or maybe you just fall down from a building and you hit maybe your left hemisphere. Okay, the left side of your brain. So the left hemisphere is affected. And in the left hemisphere, the brain is partitioned into different areas, and these areas handle different things. So if that lesion is on the temporal lobe is responsible for understanding. Yes? There is an area called the Wernicke's area. It's in the temporal lobe. It facilitates understanding. Can you make meaning of what I'm saying? That's why you can find that maybe someone who had a trauma on the left side, on the temporal lobe, sometimes, okay, they talk okay, but they cannot make meaning of what you're saying. So conversation with such a person is okay, is not okay.
So it becomes like we are reading from two different scripts.
The
number that appears on the screen, you can call or do an SMS to ask a question or give us your comments and compliments or what you want us to talk about. Maybe you're encountering these problems or you have them in your homes. You need help. We can talk about it in our next episode. Stay tuned in next time at such an hour of the year and you will get much knowledge. I am your host, Bishop Lanya. With me in the studio has been Dorothy Minagi.